Prime Minister Theresa May is writing to the President of the European Council Donald Tusk ahead of Thursday's EU summit. Brussels in relation to a Brexit extension. But Conservative MP for Wellingborough, Brexiteer Bone, has demanded the Prime Minister seek a 9-month transition period before Britain leaves the EU on managed no-deal terms. Mr. Bone also insisted the Prime Minister would not seek a lengthy extension with the European Union. Speaking on Sky News, he said, "I am just saying Theresa May has a message. 2/3 of the MPs don't want to get past the 29th of March, she has said 108 times in the House of Commons. She has said we are not going past the 29th of March. The British people expect us to come out of the 29th of March. It would be a brave or foolhardy Prime Minister to try to change that," he added. "I think she should try to go back and get a managed deal as I suggested. She can do this on Thursday. I did say it had already been agreed privately, and that's a fact. They have already offered us this privately. This 9-month standstill if we come out on what you would call a no-deal basis." Brexit news. Brexiteer Bone called for the UK to seek a 9-month standstill to Brexit. Image Sky News Getty. That would command widespread support amongst Conservatives. Brexiteer Bone claimed a 9-month standstill would allow the UK and EU to sort the details out. He said, "We know the Prime Minister is going to go back to the Council of Europe on Thursday. And what I hope she will do is go back and say we want a transition of 9 months, effectively a standstill. We come out of the European Union on the 29th of March, have a 9-month standstill. It is something I think they have already offered informally, and that is why I would like to see the Prime Minister do." 2/3 of the MPs of her own party voted last week that we would not seek an extension past the 29th of March. That would command widespread support amongst Conservatives. Mr. Bone claimed it was farcical to think Mrs. May would seek a long extension with the EU. He said, "I just do not see any Prime Minister, let alone Mrs. May, who said so often. We would be coming out on March 29th, saying we are not coming out until March 29th, 2021. That is farcical. I know people are talking about all sorts of things. That seems very strange, but that is not going to happen." On Monday, Speaker John Bercow sparked fury after he claimed the Prime Minister could not bring back her Brexit deal in front of MPs unless substantial changes had been made to the withdrawal agreement. However, in the course of a 90-minute discussion at the weekly meeting of the Cabinet in Downing Street, Mrs. May made clear she wanted MPs to have another vote as soon as possible. The Prime Minister's official spokesman said, "What you can see from the Prime Minister and her colleagues is an absolute determination to find a way in which Parliament could vote for the UK to leave the European Union with a deal." The Prime Minister has been very clear throughout that she wants that to happen as soon as possible. EU Chief Negotiator Michel Barnier has said EU leaders will have to assess the reason and the usefulness of any request by Mrs. May to extend the Article 50 withdrawal process. He said, "The EU leaders will need a concrete plan for the UK in order for them to be able to make an informed decision."